Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bioneers founders Nina Simons and Kenny Ausubel and Executive Director Joshua Fouts.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome and welcome back. And thank you again to Afia Walking Tree and Deb Lane. Aren't they awesome? And by the way, this evening, outside on the Sun stage, I think it's 6 o'clock, 6:15, Afia and Eve Ensler are going to be leading a massive drum celebration for the 5th anniversary of 1 Billion Rising, so check it out. As he said, I'm Nina Simons. I'm the co-founder and president of Bioneers, and welcome or welcome back to the 27th Annual Bioneers Conference. Thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't done so already, please do silence or turn off your cell phones. Josh.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joshua Fouts, Bioneers Executive Director. Happy 27th anniversary, Bioneers.
I had some amazing people come up to me yesterday and say, you know, I was born when Bioneers started. It was very psychedelic. So first we want to honor and give thanks to the indigenous people of Marin, the coastal Miwok, for blessing us to gather on their ancestral homelands. We stand with you in support of your land and sovereignty, your people and your culture. Thank you.
And we're just so honored and so grateful for all the Native people who are here. And I don't know if people know the full story, but I started Bioneers in 1990, and a year before that had co-founded Seeds of Change, the biodiversity seed company, through which I had begun to meet many Native farmers and very quickly learned and discovered that as important as the seed stocks are, the traditional knowledge that people carry is equally or in some ways even more important. It's irreplaceable. And so our very first nonprofit program before Bioneers was actually called the Native Scholar Program, to make an effort to protect both the seed stocks but also to gather and preserve the traditional knowledge. And so our thinking and much of what Bioneers is has been profoundly shaped and guided by indigenous knowledge. So we are very humble, and thank you.
So as we mentioned yesterday, and one of really, I consider the lifebloods of Bioneers are the youth. Last year we had around 250, 300 youth. This year we have over 500 youth at Bioneers. We've practically doubled it. If you're part of our youth leadership program, could you stand up? You are the future of Bioneers. Thank you for being a part of this. For those of you who missed Kenny and Nina's speeches yesterday, they are on medium.com and Huffington Post. You can go online and check them out. Another thing to mention, right after the 11 o'clock break today, Climbing Poetry goes on. They are going to blow your minds. If you haven't seen them perform before, you don't want to miss it. We're expecting capacity crowds today, so think about not only when you leave, but getting back to your seat as quickly as you can and making space. This is going to be a really full, super energized auditorium, and you don't want to miss that. Another administrative note, the award this morning by the Ray C. Anderson Foundation, on your program it lists itself as being before Janine Benya speaks. It's going to be right after Janine speaks, so just a note of that. And then I think the other thing we have that's a new ad is we're super honored to announce that the Leonardo Dicaprio Foundation is going to be doing a special screening of Leonardo DiCaprio's new documentary, Before the Flood. You won't want to miss that. That's around 11 o'clock this morning.
The trailer.
The trailer for the film, right. You won't be sitting. So buckle up, you'll be in for 93 minutes of more Bioneers at 11 a.m. Make sure you go to the bathroom. Just kidding, it's about 3 minutes long. So, yes, thank you for that. And we'll also be honored with the fact that Justin Winters, who's the executive director of the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, will be here as well. So we'll get to meet her. Super excited about that and their role. So of those in the audience, we mentioned this yesterday, but it also bears repeating. How many of you were not here yesterday? If you were not here yesterday and this is your first time, that's great. Could you stand up? Welcome. So happy to have you all here. This is great. So I want to mention as well, on a personal note, that I'm here because this movement that is Bioneers, that we're all a part of, that was curated by Kenny and Nina over the past 27 years, I look at them as sort of modern-day Johnny Appleseeds. They've cast out these seeds, and we've all germinated and flourished and flowered. Well, this movement has blossomed into now. Every single panel and discussion and conversation over this weekend feels like it's dialed in to the zeitgeist of the moment, and I am so honored to be a part of this community with you, and I want to thank Kenny and Nina for having the vision to really steward this heart and mind, this revolution from the heart of nature. That's why I'm here every day. That's why I get up every morning, so thrilled to be a part of it, to be a part of you, this community. So thank you so much.
Well, and I think I'm here because what Bioneers does for me each year is it reminds me how to connect brilliant ideas and amazing projects with on-the-ground change and with the practical realities of not only holding these things as important in our hearts and minds, but actually in our souls, in our daily actions. And towards that end, I think I want to say just a quick word about Standing Rock, because I know it's in many of our hearts and minds. And what I want to say is that I kind of want to caution myself and all of us to not romanticize it, because we know, I think we will learn over the course of this weekend, if we don't know already, how important and historic it is. And I've been thinking a lot about how cold it's getting there and about the kind of danger that those protectors are facing on behalf of all of us and all of life. So I just want to encourage us to stay really connected to our hearts and our hands as we think about and as we engage with Standing Rock, because they need all of our support, you know, for shelter, for warmth, for media, for legal support, all of it. So that's what I wanted to say. And I'm here because this is the community that knows how to hold that. And together we can hold it and make the changes that are most needed.
I'm here because I want to tell you a joke. So I woke up this morning thinking that's what I should do. So, we live in New Mexico, Nina and I, and yay, thank you. And you've probably heard of Taos, very famous, of course, for Taos Pueblo, a wonderful, amazing place. But one of the natural wonders is the Taos Gorge, which is kind of a very mini Grand Canyon, no disrespect to the Grand Canyon. But it's a deep gorge through which runs the Rio Grande. And so on either side of it is a big, flat, high mesa filled with sagebrush. So on either side of the gorge, there's standing a drainbow. A drainbow is a burnt-out Taos hippie. There's still some around. And so the one drainbow yells over to way across the gorge to the other side, "Dude, how do I get to the other side?" And there's a long, long, long pause. And finally, the other drainbow yells back, "Dude, you're on the other side." So welcome to Bioneers, you're on the other side.
So for those of you who were here yesterday, we're going to ask you to do this again. But part of why I'm here is because this room is full of extraordinary people doing amazing things. So we really want to encourage you to spend your time here open and curious and meet people and take advantage of the incredible synchronicities that happen here. And why don't you look around you and see if there's somebody nearby who you don't know, who you could spend 30 seconds each saying why you're here and what you hope to get from it. Okay, if you haven't done so already, please switch. And if you can hear me, clap your hands. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. Thank you. And please carry it on through the next coming days. Next, I just want to tell you briefly about an amazing resource that you may not know about, which is Bioneers' internationally award-winning radio series. And it's extraordinary, and it's on terrestrial radio all over the country. If it's not in your hometown or city yet, please ask for it from your local radio station. It's also available as podcasts, and it's fantastic listening, and we're releasing media all year round. So hope you enjoy that. And Josh.
So, first of all, I have 2 things in front of me. One is I can see what you're about to experience as soon as Kenny and Nina and I walk off the stage, and my mind just blew just thinking about it. So we are in for an amazing, amazing, transformative Saturday and Sunday, and I'm so excited to be a part of it with you. But one of the things that the with is that this is a giant co-created, co-collaboration. This is not just it is a combination of the amazing staff that Bioneers has, our amazing presenters who you're going to get to see, the partners at our Indigeneity Forum. I had a beautiful breakfast this morning with several of those today, and with just my heart opened, and I was so full of gratitude to just be in that moment. And also, it's the people like you and our sponsors that make it possible, and I want to take 2 seconds to recognize those. I was thinking this morning that yesterday I had a Where's Waldo Brush with Greatness moment. One of those sponsors is Mary Waldner of Mary's Gone Crackers. See if you can find her today. I found her. So also Organic Valley, who has been such an incredible supporter for us and offered that amazing yogurt breakfast. If you partook of that, you should enjoy it. Thank you, Organic Valley. Vita Nova, who's one of our new sponsors, Centerpoint Investment Strategies, North Atlantic Books, Cliff Bar, which also feeds us throughout the day with their amazing samples, New Resource Bank, we love you, Chico Bag, Clean Canteen, I saw several clean canteens floating around, Guru Media, I'm not sure why I added that Indian inflection, but I think if you the other Where's Waldo's, if you see Jared Levy, the CEO, you'll know why, and Cafe Mom. So thank you so much to those supporters, those sponsors, and to all of you.
And huge thanks to E2K and Michael Olmstead, who really believe in Bioneers. They're our producing partners, and they make it better every year. And thanks to the Marin Center and the County of Marin. And for us personally, it's just been a tremendous honor over these many years to gather with all of you and help cross-pollinate and share your wisdom with each other and the world. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's, we always try to mix things up and have fresh work every year, and at the same time, there are people who are just so iconic and whose work is so enduring and ever evolving and growing. And so it's a very special joy today for me personally to have Janine Benyus, who first spoke here in 1997. And the Ray Anderson Award. Ray, of course, was such an extraordinary figure in our movement, in our world, and such a courageous, visionary leader in the business world and in biomimicry, and he graced this stage as well. And then, of course, Bill McKibben, who I think first spoke here also in the mid-90s, is perhaps the greatest climate activist on the planet today. So we're so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.